Over the next 12 months, the retail industry is going to need to continue to focus on the customer experience. Not just digitally enhancing the brick and mortar experience, but continuing to focus on what makes their brand unique and stand out in the market. That has the same elements that it has always had. First and foremost, do you have a compelling assortment? Second, is your price position really in the right place in the market for your brand? And third, your promotions and your personalized offers really need to compel the client to come in and seek another loyal experience with you. Now, as we break that down, you can talk about each in turn. For assortment, this is about having a curated assortment, which could be curated online or it could be that it's recommended to you. It can also be that you do much better analytics on what you know about your customer and actually make sure that the shelf or your store already presents for your shopper segments that you want to win with the right assortment to begin with. That's the first place where you differentiate your customer experience, is having the assortment that your shoppers want. As you think about pricing, you've always had to differentiate on pricing, but that does not mean lowest price. It means an appropriate price for the total value and the total experience that they're having. Now, as you make a huge transition from mass pricing and promotions to personalized pricing and promotions, that's going to be a real challenge for a lot of retailers, especially over the next 12 months, because personalization is moving from the margin to more of the early adoption stage across the industry. If you're not participating, you're probably falling behind. Hopefully that gives you at least a few of the challenges that we see for retail over the next 12 months. I think consumers are always shifting in their preferences, and especially as we now have the rise of the millennial consumer. Their purchasing power is really stepping up. And the millennials are a little bit different than the boomers, as everybody would know. But when you think about what that means for retail, it's about making sure that your customer engagement and your experience also tailors into what the millennial consumer increasingly wants. Not that they're your only shoppers, but they're an increasing fraction of the buying power that you need to be addressing. Many retailers haven't really thought that through yet because it's just really getting to the stage where they're becoming a large fraction of the purchasing power. So I expect over the next 12 months we'll see a lot more conversation on that. For many retailers, this is about going after their brand experience, really penetrating into different places. That doesn't just mean getting to online channels or into new geographies, both of which have been huge growth engines to date for retail. And for some retailers, that continues to be an opportunity. But it also means differentiating your experience for the shopper segments that you should own. The advent of online simply means that your competitive set has increased. But brick and mortar has a real advantage to combine a digital enhanced experience to expand their footprint of which consumers they're capturing at which point in time. So it's about getting more localized, more personalized, and really building out the combined digitally enhanced brick and mortar experience if you're a brick and mortar retailer. If I flip around and talk about a largely online retailer, many of those are going through this digital convergence, the physical digital convergence, where they're finding that having at least a few outlets is going to be helpful. And since there's too much retail space in general, they will be able to get access to good sites. And then the question is, how do you physically enable and enhance a digital experience? And so I think each side of retail is going to be blurring a bit into the other to have a combined customer experience. And that's what's going to be what drives growth.